Hi, everyone. I am Christine Graves. I'm an executive career coach. And my niche that I focus on is I work with marketing, sales, business development, and the revenue producing leaders. So I'm really excited and pumped to provide this new training, Post Your Path to Your Next Role. Why am I doing this? Because the current LinkedIn algorithm really seems to want you to post original content. I'm not talking about sharing other people's content. Even if you read a great article that Corn Ferry did or something, that's not enough. They want you to post your original content. And I want you to post your original content too. It's a perfect opportunity for you to show how you have brought value to others. You definitely want to share that. So this is to help you with that, because I think many of you, when you hear that, you're like, oh gosh, what am I going to do? How do I approach this? And this is to help you approach that and to be successful, consistently posting your own content, and to do it like I said, consistently. Consistent is the key. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this short 20-minute training. And by doing that, that's going to get you the visibility. I hear from all of you so many times that, Christine, recruiters, opportunities aren't finding me like they used to a year and a half ago. And that's because you're not doing what the algorithm wants you to do right now. So let's get started. Here are my 5 elements of posting on LinkedIn. I think these are the things that you have to keep in mind when you are posting original content on LinkedIn. And the first one is coaching, because if you haven't done it before, you need help. You need coaching. You really do. And it's very hard to do it on your own. And I would be a hypocrite to tell you that I did it myself. I didn't. I did not take the DIY approach. I invested in coaching for myself when I started posting on LinkedIn. And it made a huge difference because I had no idea what I was doing. And a coach that I worked with helped me immensely. I got a great return on my investment, like tenfold. It was wonderful. So hugely recommend it. And I can help you with this as well, since I love posting very much, my original content, and I can show you how to do it from your perspective as well. But it doesn't have to be me. You know, a coach is very individual, and you need to have a coach that fits you and your needs. So my main thing is, please invest in coaching if you are going to start posting content, because it will help you so much. It will make sure that you're doing this the right way that serves you, because you don't want to be putting all this time and energy into it and have it not pay off. You want to make sure that you're going to have the payoff that you want. And the second bullet point is to approach it from service. You should be serving others on LinkedIn. It's not, I know the intention is to find your next role, but you need to approach it from an attitude of service. And that's how you're going to attract that next role, by really looking at ways that you can be of service to others. You're going to draw that next opportunity to you, and it'll be easier for you to find it. So I can't stress that enough. Original content, again, original content. Sharing other people's content is wonderful and great, so other people can view it, but it's not enough, and you're going to have to do original content. And what I want you to commit to, really, to have this work, is 30 days of consecutive posting your original content. And that's where having a strategy comes in. And specifically, a content planner will help you so much with that. And I'm going to talk about that on the next slide, but you need to have a strategy. What is your strategy? And if you're not clear on your strategy, then just jumping into posting and just starting to do it is not going to work. You need to be very focused on who your audience is. Who is it that you are trying to attract? That's key. And lastly, it's not going to work unless you're consistent. You need to be consistent. And I want you to do this for 30 straight days. So that is really critical in order for this to work. Now, next are 4 tools that I have for you to help you with starting to post on LinkedIn. Okay. So number one, there's different types of content or different types of posts, I should say. And this is all very specific to LinkedIn. There are other social media platforms that you can be posting on, but this is just strictly about LinkedIn because LinkedIn is the way to go to help you land that next role. And I'm also talking to many of you who are very happy in your current role, because if you're very happy in your current role, now is the time for you to find your next role. You need to start looking for that next role, because that way you're choosing that. Someone else isn't choosing it for you. You're really being more intentional with your career. That's important. So the types of content that you can post, there's lots of different content. Traditional posts on LinkedIn include picture and text. So that's a great format to start with. Also, polls are really nice to, get engagement and to get interaction from other people. The problem with polls, though, are that you may not be as memorable. You may not stand out as much, and we want you to stand out and differentiate yourself. So a poll here and there might be okay for you, but I would encourage you to go with a graphic and text. Video is my favorite form of content, okay? Especially if you are an executive. I think the best way to go for any executive is to do 30 days of video posts. And these are videos that are short and sweet. They shouldn't exceed 60 seconds. Even if you can get it down to 40 seconds, that would be ideal. So, and think of each video as a pearl of wisdom that you're sharing that can be very beneficial to your audience. So, because again, you're coming from a place of service. So those are a couple types. Another type of post is a carousel post, which is a PDF, like an informational PDF. You want that to be short, sweet, to the point, concise. You don't want it to be crammed with too much information, because then otherwise people are going to get frustrated with it. So that's important to keep in mind. Trying to think of a newsletter. A newsletter can be a great thing, and LinkedIn is definitely supporting newsletters. It's a great way for you to share your expertise, and you could start a series with that. You could do a 30-day newsletter series. And newsletters, I know when I hear the word newsletter, I think of something really long, but I have read some great newsletter posts that are short, sweet, and to the point. But this is where having a content planner is crucial. You definitely want to have a plan before you start posting content. So, so that's really key. You've got to get organized before you embark on this. Otherwise, it's going to be like throwing spaghetti on the wall, and that's not much of a plan, is it? So yeah, so I think I mentioned the key types of posts that you can do. I'm just trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but those are the main ones. And I'm going to be sharing a bonus tip with you at the very end of this training. Actually, a couple bonuses, but I just wanted to make sure that I covered those main types of posts that you can do. Okay, so my next bullet point on here is what my favorite hack is, and this is pertaining to video posts. I think video posts are the easiest to do, and I just think that they're fun too. So my hack is to use an Instagram reel as your video post. So you would need to educate yourself on doing an Instagram reel, but they're very easy to do. I am not an Instagram expert by any means. And if I was able to figure it out, you can totally figure it out. So why am I saying use an Instagram reel for your LinkedIn video? Well, the nice thing with Instagram is when you do a reel, it easily adds subtitles for you. You shouldn't be posting any video content at all without subtitles, because think about it. People are on their cell phone and they're in the scroll, they're checking out content on LinkedIn. And what if they're in the grocery store line or on a bus or somewhere where they can't have the sound on? They might have their AirPods in. But even if they can't listen, if they can read what you're saying in your video, that's important. So you definitely want to make sure that you have subtitles in your video. That is crucial. Okay. So do that. And then also to any kind of little stickers you may want to add, or maybe a title of your video, you can do all of that very easily in Instagram. And then Instagram will put a copy of that video in your photos. So you will have that. You'll totally have it. So you'll be set with that. Okay. And then the next thing is you want to, another thing to help you, another tool that I have is my Star Stories worksheet. It will help you to get clear on your Star Stories, what it is that you want to share. So how do you want to bring value to others? So that is something that is a gift to you that we will definitely, put in there. We can put it in the comments for you. So, and that will help you. So we'll make sure that we drop it in the comments so you can access that. Okay. Because I definitely want you to have that. Okay. So what's all the point in this? The point of this is we want to get you closer to that next role, but all starts with interviews, and you need to be connecting with people. So we want to get, the next step is for you to get interviews and get conversations. So this is important. So don't forget about connection. And even, it could just be facilitating new connections. You might not get those interviews right away. And that's okay. Because if you're getting more connections, that will help you to get closer to interviews. Remember, this is big for me. If you're not one who likes networking, replace networking with the word connecting, because connecting is what it really is. It's a high value activity. There's the 80-20 rule, and you will find that 20% of job search activities are high yield job search activities, and connecting is definitely in that 20%. I also, some additional worksheets to help you, additional gifts that we'll put in the comments are this create a habit thing. So this will, just use this. I want you to use this though for 30 days of consistent posting. All right. So use this 30-day challenge to track yourself and hold yourself accountable. Okay. And then this personal connection sheet, this is going to help you to measure your connection activity. So you definitely want to use this to stay on track, because what you measure, you manage, and you have to manage your own KPIs. That's important. And just a reminder, you also want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is in tip-top shape, because when you start posting 30 consecutive days, you're going to be bringing a lot of eyes onto your LinkedIn profile. But it's all going to be for nothing if your LinkedIn profile is a dud. You don't want it to be a dud. It needs to communicate your brand. And if you're not clear on your brand, you're not going to be able to communicate it. So you need to get clear on your brand, and you need to update your profile so it reflects that. And these are the key elements of your LinkedIn profile. All your photos, okay, as well as your banner photo, your headline, your featured section, the about section, the experience section. So many of you don't have any text in your experience section. That's a big mistake. Recommendations, and then posts are viewed on your profile too. So that's, you can't be discounting those at all. Here's a diagram of my program too. I always have this slide just to show you my program. And essentially, reflection is the key. So this is where you have to be clear. This is the foundation. You have to be clear on your brand. That's the output of this. And then putting together a plan that's going to connect your brand with how you want to use it. And this is the main action that you take. So that's key. You want to definitely take advantage of that. Okay, so I also have a content planner for you. So we're going to drop the link in that. Well, actually, we need to make sure that you have your email. So if you have registered for this training, you will definitely get the content planner. Okay, so you will receive that. If you're not registered for this training, then we're going to need your email because we want to send it directly to you. Okay, so that's going to be important. And then also too, because this is only 20 minutes, this is a super short training. Okay, and I tried to be concise and pack some really good things in for you, but there's no way I'm going to be able to tell you everything you need in this 20 minutes. So I invite you to really take advantage of the best way that I can help you if you are not a client. And this is the best way that I can help you. This is my career strategy LinkedIn profile audit. And I can give this to you if you are a new connection. I'm happy to give this to my new connections. So because I love making new connections and I want to give you a gift to really help you use LinkedIn fully. Okay. So that's what this is all about. And you get my one-on-one attention in this call. It's about a 45-minute call. And really it's to help you communicate your brand, have a strategy on how to be easily found on LinkedIn, because there more and more people are coming on LinkedIn and you don't want to be lost. And sometimes I feel like LinkedIn, I actually saw this on someone's profile and it really resonated with me, that sometimes with all the profiles, it can be a sea of sameness. And you don't want your profile to get stuck in that sea of sameness because there's only one you, right? There is. So, but you have to differentiate yourself and you need to do that in your LinkedIn profile. So, and when you differentiate yourself and update your LinkedIn profile, then you can be easily found. And in this profile audit and career strategy call, I'm also going to show you some profiles that I think are amazing and that really do a great job of communicating someone's value. So, yeah, so that's important as well. So we will be sending the content planner directly to your email. We do have those worksheets that we are putting in the comments. And then the star stories, my star stories worksheet, we will put that in the comments for you as well, because that's how you're that will help you get closer to being clear on your brand. Because again, you don't want to start posting unless you are clear on your brand, because posting is going to be a lot harder if you don't have that clarity. It really will be. Also too, this is my bonus tip that I wanted to share with you. I think it's really important that you find someone on LinkedIn to follow and stay up to date on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is always evolving and always changing. And my favorite person that I love to follow is Richard Vanderblom. So I think Richard is great and always informative. I learned so much from every post that he writes. So I encourage you to follow Richard. And I think we should be able to put his LinkedIn profile in the comments for you as well, or like tag him something, but we'll do that. And that way you can follow him for getting LinkedIn updates, because it really is important that you stay up to date on LinkedIn, because they're always changing, always doing something new. So again, I encourage you, if you haven't done a LinkedIn strategy, a career strategy and profile audit with me, and if we're not connected, number one, let's connect. Okay, let's definitely do that, because when we connect too, when we're first degree connections, you have full access to my connections, and I have almost 25,000 connections, and I'm happy to help you. That's why LinkedIn is such a great platform, is it helps to facilitate connection. So that would be the first thing. But of course, if we're first degree connections, we need to have a conversation. That's really important. And then this is the best way that I can help non-clients. And this is my gift to all of my first degree connections. So 'cause typically I do charge for this. People gladly pay me for this because they feel that they get a lot of value out of it. And I want to give you something of value too. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a great day. And please let us know if you have any questions in the comments.